Hi, stream. Hang on. Ba-da-bam-bam-bow. Ba-ba-bum. I didn't get water, but I'll just die. Or hang on, I might get it. Give me a second. Getting water. Okay, I'll be back. All right. Alright, I don't know how long I'm gonna stream tonight. Kinda tired. Alright, we turn it off. We're back. I did want to see what happened when we try to sneak past when we're here. No. Stop trying to stop me. We sneak past. I want to know what happens. We'll probably get caught, right? Why is it flashing? Hang on, let me see where my controller is. Really, it's... Okay. Oh wait, hang on. Let me tweet that I'm streaming. On the Twitter. Just ignore that I'm using the same thumbnail because I forgot to make new ones. It doesn't matter for Twitch though, obviously. Let me see. Capybara curse. Oh no. Cursing again. Live on stream. Okay. And then Twitch. Capycore. Alright. We're gonna sneak past and see if that changes it. Ignore and proceed. You don't need to check it out, right? Let's hurry and get out of here. Maybe. The person who used that curse echo might be in there. Just see who it is. It could help us. Oh no. Okay. So then you can't. Alright. Into that story chart. Alright. Tatsumi and Ariel decide to collect the curse as soon as possible, before they become a cause of an unprecedented tragedy, to obtain the foot washing mansion of ParanOrmasight to their next death. Excuse me, sorry to bother you, but we have some questions for you. What, are you with the police? I haven't done. Wait, who is this person? He's not on our list. Don't worry. This isn't an interrogation or anything. We just want to talk. Oh my god, this scared me. Welcome, Shade. Yeah, pull up. You're Hideki Araishi, right? The historian? We know who you are, so this won't take long. We're back to the kissing cops. The kissing cops! Oh, I forgot about Hot Dog Man. Hang on. I will get rid of him. He's taking up the whole screen. Hang on, I can't figure out where he is. He's cursed my stream. There he is. Maybe it's because I knew you were coming in here. He's the second. His lips are made for kissing, are they not? Hot dog man? I think they. But since we saw you here, we'd just like to ask you a couple. So you admit that you want to kiss Hot Dog Man. It's okay if you do. Don't be shy. Well, let's get it over with. I'm a busy man here in the middle of the night. Very busy. Questioning people like this can put unnecessary stress on them depending on their position. This guy is pretty sharp. I have to play it safe and only push him when I see him. Hideki Araishi. This is a local historian. But supposedly he knows more about the rite of resurrection than anybody. The fact he's here at this time of night, it's plenty possible he's a curse bearer. From appearances, it's hard to imagine this small, bookish, well-spoken man being very dangerous. But in this day and age, you never know. I should be careful. Now, Mr. Araishi, what were you doing here at this time of night? Doing research, of course. Day or night, information never sleeps. That's an admirable philosophy. You know, your research has been quite the talk around town. What was it they were saying? You discovered something about some book? Oh, I don't know! Which one is in here? Files. Is there a book in here? The Record of Fates. Okay. Oh, right. You found some kind of ritual in the Record of Fates. What? Don't tell me you want to know how to carry out the rite of resurrection, too. Perfectly honest, I'm tired of people asking me about it all the time. None of you even care about the local history. You just come crawling out of the woodwork when something interesting. Looks like I've hit a nerve. You think you can force me to tell you because you're a policeman? You're sorely mistaken. What were you doing about his research about the record? What's the research you were doing just now also related to the rite of resurrection? Well, yes, that's right. What exactly were you looking for? I have no reason to tell you that. You wouldn't understand anyway. And he's calling us dumb. Was the research you were doing just now also related to the rite of resurrection? Wait, did we just ask that? Are you doing all this research so you can use the rite of resurrection yourself? You're a policeman. Do you really think people can be brought back to life? Everyone I meet. Pitiful. Huh? So you don't believe in the rite? Whether it's real or not has nothing to do with my research. Such things are better left to the occult freaks. So I thought. Things change. It has become necessary for me to pursue the rite. Well, now I pray that it's real. Changed. I'm sure you can imagine the funds for my research. I receive a large amount of funding for rite of resurrection. Hold on one sec. Sorry, it's cold. I'm going to put it on my heater. I need my shoesies on. If I find out, I'll receive a sum so great that I'll never have to worry about money again. Oh, means someone is sponsoring your research, is that right? But what if they are? You have no idea how hard we work to secure funding for our research. I have no interest in teaching those children. Listen to me, I'll tell you one thing. Those experts you see writing provocative books or spouting nonsense on TV to try to get popular, all of them are just trying to get the money they need to do their research. With how popular the occult is, saying something even remotely spooky can lead to big money. What? But I bought your book! The pursuit of the unknown begins first and foremost with belief. I was so inspired by that bit. I do appreciate your patronage. Unfortunately, however, the occult is not my true interest. The fate of the unknown is to be destroyed by thorough research and deep consideration. I can't believe that. You're surprisingly innocent. This record of fates, where did you get your... The storehouse of an old private residence in the city, just as the public was... I'm unable to be more precise due to an agreement with my informant. And what kind of research do you want to be doing? I'm sure it wouldn't interest you, but to put it simply, the focus of my research is how historical accounts transform into folklore over the years as they are passed down from generation to generation. What does that mean? The human bias, the account of any event is inevitably changed by the person communicating. This is not necessarily done with ill intention. It happens when someone tries to fill in the gaps in a story that lacks, or when something left out or abridged because of the story's length, or when a story twists and shifts as it's spread through oral tradition. Even when two stories are told about the same event, differences in culture or environment affect how it's told, changing its content. Silly little things can turn into terribly mysterious legends. My research is the study of how history, culture, and legend all influence each other. See. In comics. The 7 Mysteries of Hong Kong. Why are some of the mysteries seemingly about nothing particularly interesting? You'd think stories won't last a decade, let alone hundreds of years, so why? Perhaps putting it that way piques your interest. I admit I'm curious. So that's what you've been researching all this time. Makes sense. As I said, it doesn't matter to me whether the right exists or not. People in the Edo period believed that was written in the record of fates was real. That's all I'm interested in. But I have to be realistic. The research I'd like to do is unfortunately not very lucrative. That's why I need to take some risks. I think you could take a risk by writing a book about the kissing cop. I think a lot of people would be into that. I think I might have to guess what it is you were looking for. Wait, hang on, what did he say? What did I say? What were you doing? Well, in that case... What was he doing? What shall we say to him? Let's start from the top. I'm surprised you know that. There is indeed a theory that the 7 mysteries of Honjo began because of the rite of resurrection. Stones. Is that triggering you, Shade? Unraveling the 7 mysteries may reveal the secret of the rite. Perhaps you were a curse bearer. I think quite a few people are looking into Midoricho Park is connected to the story of the Taiko of Sugaru. That's right, but that isn't the issue at hand. Doing. Okay. Stone. What? Damn it. If you know about that, then calm down. No need to get so defensive. Show curse stone, hide curse stone. Why don't we show it? No. We both want information, right? Why don't we have a nice, friendly chat? You may say that, but I don't trust you. Perhaps you've already learned about curses. Perhaps you want to take my power away from me. No, that's not true. I almost revealed my hand. I'll say nothing else. Sorry, but I'll be taking my leave here. Hey, stop. He's so fast. Sorry, boss, he got away. Did I redo that? Okay, yeah. Alright, we're going back in. What sucks is we're gonna have to skip all of that. Oh, I made a little sound because I got it right. Alright. I mean, I feel like any of them, though, you might get, like, weirded out if we say it. Because why would we be talking about soul dregs? Well, we know about the rite of resurrection, so maybe the soul dregs is actually. Maybe the soul dregs is actually, though. What? Damn it. Oh, okay, no. Should we show curse stone? Maybe that's what it is. Yeah. Here you go. We both want information, right? Why don't we have a nice friendly chat? A curse stone? You are a curse bearer. Elif, is it the evergreen beach then? Yep. Will you show me yours? Oh! The ever-burning lantern. Interesting. Hide curse details? I mean, he hasn't lied to us, so... Unless he has. I feel like ours, if we reveal the details, like... It puts people on notice, so they know, like... They can die if they lied to me. Oh. The evergreen beach comes from a man who was hanged for spreading false rumors. But the accusations against him were unfounded, and he died cursing those who deceived him. Ah, so that is the resentful memory held within the evergreen beach. The memories of the 7 mysteries are truly fascinating. If only I could collect them all. Gotta catch them all. Do whatever you want, but you should know something. This stone of mine lets me curse anyone who tries to mislead me. What? But don't try and lie to me, I'll know. You would curse a citizen? You damn right I would. And you call yourself an officer of the law? That all depends on you. I don't want to use it if I don't have to. What is it you want? The curse stones are dangerous. I'd like to confiscate yours. Excuse me? But my right. First, let me ask you one thing. You haven't used that curse, have you? No, of course I haven't. I swear. I'm not gonna kill him, but... See, good. Now, why don't you hand over that stone? Unless you'd rather try using it on me instead. Damn you, I won't give it to you. If I were to say that, what would happen? Would it be a crime? The police are aware of how dangerous the stones are. I could arrest you under Article 1, Section 2 of the Minor Offenses Act. Or you hand it over and all you lose is your secret ability. Think of what would happen to all your research if you were arrested. Fine. You can have the stone here. Oh! Good choice. I look forward to seeing how your research pans out. Alright, would you tell us everything you know about what's been going on? If you help us out, we'll give you all the information we've gotten after we solve the case. What do you say? Okay. In that case, will you tell me about the resentful memories of the 7 mysteries? I believe they are the key to the secret hidden in the record of fate. Sure, why not? I'll learn about them as I collect the curse stone. But thanks to you, we learn a lot from him. I wonder, the mysteries in the right are all public information. He kept everything he knows about the other curse bear and the source of the curse hidden. I was hoping he'd at least give us a clue about how to beat these curses. Oh, I see. Then we should be more aggressive next time. Really want them to spit out, and by we I mean you. I'm guessing he wants to save this curse. He wouldn't have told us anything no matter what we asked. But now we know where he hangs out. We can always send someone for him if need be. Right, got it. I was surprised to hear that there are actually 9 of the 7 mysteries. Yeah, that's 2 extra curse bearers we have to find. We've confiscated 2, so there are 6 more. They could be anywhere in this town. We have to find them fast or they may start using the curses. No, I think we're already too late. Huh? I didn't tell you this, but there were some soul dregs in Namagaki's curse stone. Really? That he already killed someone with it? It's not much, so it probably wasn't a curse bearer. Well, we know who did it. We can make arrangements to take him into custody. We'll have Paranormal Affairs pick him up tomorrow. For now, we'll continue our search. Right, on to the next place. We'll have to cross them off the list one by one. Oh, but boss? Good to know we can use the Minor Offenses Act to arrest people with curse stones. But why didn't we do that with Namagaki? If we could do that, there'd be no need for Paranormal Affairs. What grounds would a normal detective have to put him under arrest? Oh, right. Yeah, I suppose that's true. Okay. Seems like we gotta go here. When the son of Harue Shigima was kidnapped, a botched investigation by the police resulted in the child's murder. 1 year later, Harue has hired a private investigator to help solve the unsettled case. Late at night, while speaking to the detective at her home, something strange suddenly appears. May those who mock fires perish in the flame. Kill them. Flame bearers. Kill them all. The haunting clappers. Use it to kill those with fire or a fire-starting device on their person. A murderous impulse seeps into my soul like thick black tar. Now, kill. Can you hear it curse? You who so strongly desire fate. Kill them. Mansion? Excuse me? Didn't know we were rich. Back with me, ma'am. Can't say I understand what just happened, but it certainly seems to have put you in a good mood. This might be the first time I've ever seen you really smile. Yeah, that's a smile. Sweet dreams? That's a smile if I've ever seen one. No, not dream. Sounds like something I might want to hear about. This pose is crazy. My heart's still racing. This is it, my chance at long last. A fax machine. It can send images to other places with a telephone network. I don't really know how it works. Most houses don't have one. I rarely find a use for it. What is behind her? Behind him. An old hanging scroll. I don't know who painted it. It's been hanging there since before I was born. This. Flower. An arrangement of flowers. They bring in someone to do it. I don't even know what the flowers are called. Stereo unit with separated speakers designed for home use. My husband insisted on buying one, even though he isn't one to listen to music often. Well, I'll be damned. Is that what I think it is? Goodness, you made me jump. It's just a silly little sticker my son got from somewhere or other. He put it up just before, well, you know what happened. I still can't bring myself to take it down. Let me take a closer look. I knew it. It's the head hencho from the way back in set number 1. This is a real collector's item. Excuse me? Don't tell me you've never heard of the mockingbirds. Oh, it's a bird. What the? They're the hottest new craze. Cute little birds dressed up like rough and tumble delinquents. I've never heard of them. This certainly seems to matter to you. The best part is, nobody knows who made them. They just started showing up around town, and soon enough they won everybody's heart. The story goes that they're made by some anonymous artist who covertly leaves them behind in specific locations. No one knows when or where they'll show up next. They're basically an urban legend of sorts. To think one would turn up here of all places. This is a good sign, I'm sure of it. Oh, well, it's nice. Collect your friends. Oh my god, they're gonna be around now? Oh man. I'm gonna have to. Okay. A color television. Father brought one as soon as it hit the market. He likes to have the latest gadgets. Unlike the latest models, there is no remote control. We've had it for a long time. Back when it was new, we all gathered around it and marveled at it as family. But the father and my husband being away so often, it quickly fell into disuse. The swinging of the pendulum echoes through the room. It feels livelier than usual with Richter here. Usually it's just me. Private investigator I hired. A friend told me about him. They say he's not very well known, but he's good at what he does. When I first visited his office in Oda City, and I saw how he dressed, I could hardly believe he was a detective. But after talking to him for a while, I changed. He always says some strange things at times, but he seems like they're reliable. Wah 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 wah. Let me bring you up to speed. You were in the middle of a chat when you suddenly spacing, and the whole time you were grinning to yourself like you just lottery. Dare to tell me what that was all about? Well, where to start? Interesting theory. So the haunting clapper's curse echo appeared out of nowhere. Told you how to perform the rite of resurrection and gave you the curse, you'll do it. Have I got that right? Right. So it's all real. Honestly, I still find it hard to believe. But I guess I have to now. I saw that curse stone appear in your hand myself. It looks like it popped clean out of thin air. With evidence that clear, there's no denying that there's some supernatural force at work. I don't think you... No? This isn't about evidence, and it isn't It's more than that. I know it's real. Oh my god, I thought that was the game. The moment I feel like these are like the perfect times. I'm here just playing Hell Divers. Have fun in Hell Divers. The moment the curse appeared, I knew everything. Or even said a word. It was already there in my head first day. You just knew, huh? It was etched into my soul along with the curse echoes resentful. I can feel it, but it was dying like they did hundreds of years ago. Wreathed in flames, withering in pain as my flesh blackens and my blood boils. I can feel it. All the agony, all the rage. Fills me with bloodlust. Me too, girl! I have a bloodlust. I think I need to kill someone. Anyone will do, just as long as they're carrying fire. See, that could be a problem. Think so? When I know of you, I was sure you'd see it as an opportunity. The stronger the desire to resurrect someone, the stronger the urge to kill. That's how it seems to me anyways. Good grief, talk about a spanner in the works. I say we take stock for a moment, remind ourselves where we've come from and where we're going. That might be a good idea. That's what you hired me for, ma'am. To look into your son's kidnapping last year. To uncover the truth behind the abduction and murder of Shuichi Shigema. Oh, yes, I remember. They never did find the one who did it. That's what I'm here about today. In fact, kind of you to let me drop by so late, by the way. I've been turning over every last stone and I've come up with a grand total of 1 lead. So you said. As far as the police are concerned, it's a cold case, but I've managed to make headway. I remember you were just about to tell me. You know, we still need to figure out exactly what you want me to do. Tell you what, why don't I tell you what I've found and then we can make a decision, right? I suppose there's not much point going over the kidnapping itself. No, I'm very familiar. Then I'll leave that for the files to cover and just confirm a few things about the case. The police traced the culprit's calls back to, let's see here, North Oyoko River here in Sumida City. That's quite a wide area. Right. In the end, they never managed to nail down where exactly the calls were coming from. But it was almost certainly the same location that Shuichi was being held captive. Since Shuichi's voice could be heard during the killer. North Oyoko River is quite a distance from Shuichi's normal school commute, factoring in that he was seen at school but went missing before he arrived at his house. It's likely he was abducted by car on his route home. Exactly, Shuichi was a clever boy. He would never have gotten into a car with a stranger. Right. I was very firm about that. I know he understood too. I even saw him warning the other children. That's possible that they forced him into the car. The only issue here is there weren't any witnesses to the kidnapping. I can't bundle someone into a car with that many students around and not be noticed. And nobody came forward to say they saw anything suspicious. Or did they target him at some other time, or did somewhere away from his usual routine? Both of them seem a little far-fetched. Which raises the question, how did the kidnapper pull it off? The police never managed to find an answer. In the end, they decided that the kidnapper must have just gotten lost. Well, why not turn the problem on its head? The kidnapper managed to convince Shuichi to get in their car, but how? The only thing that makes sense to me is if they were somebody that he would have had a reason to trust. A teacher, perhaps, or a relative, or somebody that he knew. But all of the adults Shuichi knew had alibis. Police checked them all thoroughly. They did, huh? No one throws the number at problem like. But what if it wasn't someone he knew? Or what if the culprit disguised themselves as a police officer? That would explain why he didn't find them suspicious. The Shigima family has close ties with the police after all. He would have had a reason to trust them. You might be right. Surely that couldn't have. Well, there's a problem with that theory. You'd be surprised how much police officers stand out. That's sort of the point after all. They're meant to be visible deterrent against crime. But here's another interesting little bit of trivia I happen to know. When you ask people to imagine someone suspicious, nobody pictures women or children. Even kids who have been warned about stranger danger often subconsciously expect the danger to look like an adult male. Besides, Shuichi was the sort of boy who wanted to be a police officer when he grew up. Must have had a very strong sense of right and wrong. That's right. Wait, surely you can't. You're getting it. If I say a young woman approached Shuichi asking for, what would he have done? If someone like that said they were lost and asked him for directions, how would he have gotten into a car? Might have. My husband always told him that a man had a duty to watch out for women and children. You could certainly argue that kind of attitude is outdated now. But if Shuichi believed it, then we might have something. Then you think the culprit was a young woman? But it was a man's voice on the phone. It might have been in a car, or maybe she didn't even realize. If anything, that would explain why she hasn't come. She herself might not have realized she had anything to do. So the question is, did anybody see Shuichi speaking with a young woman on the day of his disappearance? See what I said about people's biases? That goes for witnesses too. And I figured out that maybe, if I started asking new questions, I might get some new answers. So I spent my day asking around Shuichi's school route if anyone had seen something. And one man thought he had. Do you mean he saw it happen? Well, I can't say that for sure yet. It turned out he wanted something, so we asked if we could talk in private. Ugh, flat. Alright, this should do. There's no one around, we can speak in confidence. Excuse me, what was your name? Oh, ho, ho, ho. Got it. Well, Junoichi, I'm all ears. Just so we're on the same page. You're a private detective investigating Shuichi Shigima's kidnapping. Do I have that right? Of course. What else do I look like? How should I know what a private detective looks like? Look, I'll tell you straight. My life is in danger. I need your help. You'll excuse me if that caught me a little off guard. Let me ask you straight. Who was trying to kill you? A student called Michio Shirai. Interesting. A schoolgirl, eh? Sounds like you've been naughty. It's nothing like that. That girl, she's a murderer. I'm the only one who knows, but I saw what she did. Michio Shiraishi, I saw her kidnap Shuichi. Come again? I saw her talk to him on the street and led him away. I didn't think much of it at the time, but when he went missing, she murdered him. I'm sure of it, or at least she got something to do with it. That's what you're here for, isn't it? Then you can't let her get to me. If that's true, you've been sitting on some valuable information. Why didn't you tell anybody? Well, you see, you can't explain that. I don't have any reason to believe you. I couldn't. She told me she'd kill me if I spoke a word. You're telling me a schoolgirl had you scared for your life? So you've been sitting on that all this time and you think she's coming for you now that you've spilled the beans? That's not true. I have never murdered anybody. Anyone. I promise. Even in this game, I've never murdered anybody. Yes, that's it exactly. Also, why are you on YouTube? I'm begging you, don't let her get to me. Arrest her. I'm telling you, she's a demon. Well, you seem to believe what you're saying, but it just doesn't add up. Could a schoolgirl have a fully grown man so terrified? Don't know what she can do. She'll curse me. Curse you? I'm sorry, but you're losing me here. It's true. Her house, it's... Oh, forget it. Why do I even bother? You seem dubious enough to believe me, but I should have known you'd never understand. Enough. I'll find someone else to help me. Sure. I will get into this. Who shared the Milano cookie? Like those. Or this Lurie Day.
Huh?
The cookies.
Oh.
The Milano cookies. You know though?
Is Luray in chat?
No. In the Discord.
Oh.
In
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Milano cookies are good.
They are good.
You should try the Nutella cookies.
It has hazelnut.
Are you allergic to those?
I don't know. I don't think I should.
I don't think most people allergic to peanuts are allergic to hazelnut. That's
I
why
don't
it's so
know.
popular.
I don't know.
I've
Some
had my
nuts I
little
can
sister
eat.
who's...
Like I've eaten cashews and nothing happened to
Yeah,
me. I've
it's worth
eaten
it. You should try it.
pistachios and nothing happened to me. But I ate almonds and it was not.
I experimented with my little sister. She loves she's allergic to like peanuts, like deathly allergic, right? But she tried Nutella before. She likes it.
Mm.
I always have a jar of peanut butter downstairs in case my sister ever attacks me.
And that's about the long and short of it. I believe. At the time, I thought this mention of curses was just crazy talk. But I'm starting to see that there might have been more to it. That if we can't find that girl, curse or no curse, if she was with Shuichi on the day of the kidnapping, then there's a good chance she knows something. On top of that, I did some digging on the man I spoke to. His full name is Kohei Jonoichi. He's a teacher at Komagata High School, Tomita. And I think he's a creep. He's and this schoolgirl is one of his students. I think that's very likely. At last, we've got a lead. Hopefully, it'll be the breakthrough we're looking for. The Rite of Resurrection? I read about that in an occult magazine the other day. Apparently, some old book showed up recently with all the gory details. And they say the rite can be found somewhere here in Honjo. I remember the first time you told me about that. It feels like my prayers had been heard. Like I had hope, real hope for the first time. Ever since that awful day, I've wondered. What if I hadn't sent him to school? What if I just paid the ransom? Not a day goes by when I don't think that if I'd done something differently, Yuichi would still be ill. Can't blame yourself, ma'am. It was the
Yes, you can.
culprit's fault, not yours. Though I know that won't help any grief is funny like that. I'm guessing that's why you're after the right. I guess I didn't need to ask. It's written all over your face. I can tell how much he meant to you. But, and this is a big but. Big buts here. If this right is the real deal, using it will mean killing someone and stealing their soul. Is that a problem? Well, when you put it that way, it comes to that, I'm afraid I'll have to stop you. Oh, that's a shame. A shame, huh? That's all? I thought if I'm going to be competing with other curse bearers, then your detective skills might come in. You realize you're talking about ending someone's life, right? Don't you see an issue with that? I think any parent in my position would happily kill for a chance like this. That's so, is it, dear? Oh dear. What have I gotten myself in? If it makes you uncomfortable, then you won't have to get any blood on your hands yourself. I don't need you to kill the other curse bearers. I only need you to find them. I won't be party to murder, ma'am. Not even for a client. I'll pay you. How much can I give you to change your mind? Sorry, ma'am, but not everyone has a price. I've got my policies and I stick to them. I didn't realize you were so stubborn. Let me say, though, it's not like I don't get what you're going through. As long as you're not killing anyone with your own hands, maybe I can help you out. Mind. Well, how about stealing someone else's curse stone after they filled it with soldiers? If that was all you were after, then I could lend you my services guilt-free. If the other curse bearers want to kill each other, that's their business. I'm not trying to be a hero here. I guess there's no guarantee a stolen curse stone will work, but we can worry about that later. Well then, suppose we will. Although, what if I stole a curse stone using my curse? Would you disapprove? That would void our contract, ma'am. Just warning you now. You know, we still need to figure out what exactly we want. Oh, okay. Before we go any further, why don't you tell me about the haunting clappers, was it? That's one of the 7 mysteries of Honjo. Right. The original story did happen somewhere near here. I'm sure I remember hearing that. In that case, my money would be all on the curse bearers being somewhere in Honjo. Our first move should be
the game you played last time. Is this the same one where you
Yeah.
have the curse?
Yeah. Except I'm good now. I'm not murdering people. Our first move will be to narrow them down. Some of them are bound to try and come for you first. We'll need to be ready. The curses make their bearers more willing to kill, so an attack come from anywhere. Sounds sensible. And if I remember correctly, your haunting clappers can set people on fire, but only if they have a naked flame or a lighter in their person, is that right? In olden times, wooden clappers were used to warn people of fire. I'm guessing it punishes those who don't heed the warning. It seems like a good curse to have. It's simple and straightforward enough to use, although it's hard to say how it stacks up without knowing what else is on the table. You really think it's that good? The target can't do much to throw it off, and it has a nice long activation window. It's big that it works on lighters too. Slip one into your target's pocket, and say that conditions were already fulfilled before they even knew you were there. They wouldn't even know what hit them. Maybe I won't have to actually use it. I could just tell someone I could, and they'd have to do what I said. Threats could work, although without any proof it'll come down to how convincing you. If only you could use the curse, then back out at the last second. At the last second? What an interesting. I have a lighter right here, we could try it. That's an interesting proposition. But maybe not. I'm not quite crazy enough to make myself a guinea pig. Oh, I see. You're an odd one, ma'am. You don't mind me saying, I don't think it's just the curse. You flatter her. As for what we do next, first of all, I think you should stay indoors. Try not to do anything spontaneous or outside of your normal routine. Oh man, do we want to have him help with the right or investigating the kidnapping?
Hmm.
Do we want him to help us not kill?
No.
Or do we want him to investigate our child's murder?
Child murder.
I feel like he might get a bit of a dead end though, because the girl is, well, I don't know. Maybe in this timeline she's not dead. I don't know. Finally, I have a lead. I need to know what happened to my. Your wish is my command, ma'am. I'll focus all my efforts in the looking into the kidnapping. Although something just occurred. You can't investigate the matter at night, can you? At least until the sun rises. Could you speak to the other curse bearers? Yeah. All right. I'll see how it is. Well, I'd be happy to. Odds are good that the other curse bearers are also working by night. Anyone they kill under the cover of darkness won't be discovered until sun. I bet they'll be trying to do as much as they can before morning comes. So it's settled then. I'll look into the other curse bearers by night. And once the city wakes up, I can start asking questions. I'll investigate the kidnapping as well. I'll even try to find Mrs. Shiraishi as part of the bargain. It's more than enough. Now then. I should get to work. There's only so much time before sunrise. I'll call you if I find anything new. Stay here and keep a lookout. Okay. There's no telling what kinds of curses you might find out there. Don't go outside if you can help it, and try to be ready for anything. Well, if that's all, I should be going. Oh, but we went outside. We instantly went outside. Despite having obtained the curse of the haunting tappers, Haruo Shigima is determined to use the right of resurrection by stealing the remaining. He instructs her private investigator Richter to find the other curse. Been almost an hour since Richter left. I promise he'd tell me if anything. All I can do is wait, new thing. Chandelier. My husband said it was too dark, but I'd rather like the gloom. Weirdo.
I feel like Fern would agree with that statement.
Rather like the gloom.
Yeah.
Is this a newspaper? Must have fallen off the chair. Wait, before we do that, I want to look at the table. I've never offered him any tea. Not that I ever learned how to make it. Crack open a Lipton, girly. I can only leave them in here for the guests. I hardly ever read them myself. I don't think I've taken the time to go over one in years, in fact. It's not like I have anything better to do. Get society articles, economy articles, culture articles, education articles, television articles. I don't really watch much television. It feels as if all the information in the world gets passed through that little black box. But father stopped them from reporting on the kidnapping back when it happened. I was glad about that, less fun. I don't want to keep looking. Everyone attends high school now, even girls. Universal education policy, they call it. The country's gotten rich, enough that every child can go to school. Education is the backbone of modern society. If you want to work for a good company, you have to get into a good university. With more people in the running than ever, to get into those universities has gotten fierce, though. The new generation is rebelling. Schoolyard violence and delinquency are on the rise. But my boy was too sensible to get mixed up in that. I don't want to read anymore. It'll only remind. We can keep looking at the television one. Now the comedy boom is over. All the comedians are flocking to other genres. The occult seems really popular at the moment. Look at all these paranormal specials. That everyone... Oh my god. That scares me. Scary. Now that everyone has more money around, people are coming up with all kinds of versions. Seems like only
Honestly,
yesterday.
why are you pretending to be cute? You would never be cute. No.
What are you talking about?
No.
My sound alerts scare me.
We all know you're a bloodthirsty person at heart,
I
Cappy.
said I have bloodlust, but I'm
That's
not
true.
committing murders because I'm a good person.
Are you?
Yeah,
Sure.
making resist the bloodlust. Yesterday, that people would flock into the arcades to shoot aliens. Now we have these enormous and gaming machines that plug straight into our. Everyone's talking about superhero series, foreign films. Oh my god.
I heard the word super.
Can you imagine if I set it up that when anytime I said super, it would do that?
That would actually be kind of funny.
Like on YouTube when you say subscribe and the subscribe button lights up.
You could totally do that.
That would be funny. I don't know how often I say super though.
You could also have this be whenever you say capybara.
Capybara!
Capybara, 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 capybara.
Capybara!
Capybara, 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 capybara.
Capybara!
Capybara, 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 capybara. Capybara, 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 capybara.
Back in my day, fusion rock and folk music was all the rage. Now it's all about city pop and idols. I find it hard to care about that sort of thing anymore. I hear the new big thing is some mascots, line of delinquent birds, mockingbirds, I think it's called. Was that what Richter was talking about? Trends seem to have such short shelf lives now, with how quickly the times are changing. I think I'm just too old to keep up anymore.
You are too old, Cappy.
I mean, how old is she? Hang on. She can't be that old. That doesn't have her age here. Yeah, it doesn't. Listen, just. Dang. Her husband don't even see her. All sorts of articles about the current state of the economy. Now that the post-war boom has passed its, we're moving into the era of large corporations. It's about 220, 230 yen to the dollar. Manufacturing is on the rise and exports are. The dollar's down from its height and people are saying it could fall further. Still denying how much the standard of living has improved in the past few years. It's common to own a car and a television. Supermarkets are better stacked than ever. Although with everyone flocking to the city, land prices are skyrocketing. Nowadays, most people can only dream of home ownership. The city's center going to be nothing but apartments before long. I'm not exactly a businesswoman, but this all feels like another world. It looks like the city's biggest problem right now is pollution. I remember how the air and water used to be even more polluted. The river was covered in scum from all the sewage and industrial waste, and it stank so badly it made my eyes water. Eventually people started getting sick and it couldn't be ignored anymore. Fortunately, it's gotten better since. Although the air around the industrial district is still filthy with gas and smog. There's one thing Honjo never wants for its horrific crimes. Found a police officer dead in a local park just the other day. A lot of my family are in the police. I hope it wasn't anybody I knew. I don't read the news anymore. Not since last year. It brings back. I know it's dangerous
I
to
don't.
go out, but I just can't sit here and I have to look
I
for.
feel like this commentary is also applicable to a lot of American politics.
But first, I need to find more soldiers. I mean, she's just a housewife. She just sits in her house
That's fair.
and depressed.
I mean, most of the Americans on Twitter are also just sit in their house depressed, to be fair.
Suicide at local high school. I remember that a high school girl jumped off a. Maybe it was about exam. What? But no, this can't be right. Her name. Chiro Shiraishi from Komagata High School. It can't be. How does she? Michio Shiraishi, the same girl who witnessed my son's kidnapping, committed suicide last. That means Mr. Jonuichi was terrified for someone who already died? Is that what he meant by curse? I can't work this out on my own. Maybe Richter will know. Why won't he call? Oh, I haven't left off the hook, have I? I'm waiting for Richter to contact me, but he hasn't. I made sure the receiver's on the hook. It'll ring as soon as he calls. I must be him. Shigima res. Richter called me out to meet him, and we came here to come. Richter, there's something I need to tell you. Funny, I was just about to hit, thinking the same thing. Gazing down at the water. See down there. Go first, I'll go first. Something I... That girl, Michio Shirai. The one who was with Shuichi on the day of the kidnapping. Well, he's dead. He's what? The student who committed suicide last week, that was her. I heard something like that happen. Never got the name though. Talk about bad luck. Finally get a lead only for it to turn into a literal dead end. Unless her death was the whole reason Jonuichi was shaken up. He said he was going to curse him. Was he talking about her taking advantage from beyond the grave? It seems like we're back where we started. Not necessarily. That teacher knows something, I'm sure of it. At the very least, I'd put money on him having something to do with Mr. Shiraishi's death. That's why he's so scared of being cursed by her. See? And also, something tells me he knows more about your son's kidnapping. In any case, I think I've got a good idea of what he's hiding. Call it a hunch. A hunch? Well, more of a theory? Care to take a guess? I'm just an ordinary housewife. I'm not clever enough for all this. Are you sure you had down for sharper than that? That's flattering, but I'm afraid you're mistaken. Anyway, that's enough speculation for now. The truth will out in time. Right now, I think we need to have another chat with Miss. What were you gonna say? Been poking around places connected to the 7 mysteries looking for curse bear. And I think I found a few candidates. First, a tall man I ran into in Kinshibori Park. I asked him for directions, trying to probe him a little, but he turned the questions right back around on me. And he was out there the second he figured I wasn't he was looking for. I got the sense curses were nothing new to him. I'm about 40% sure he's a curse bearer. Then there's this middle-aged guy I saw in South Rarigesui Street. There's no question about where this one. He had one of the curse stones in his hands. He had a nervous air about him too. It was clear he was up to some shady business. Gathering soul dregs, I bet. He'd make a good target. Next up is a pair. A young man and a woman I saw around Ryogoku Bridge. Oh, we haven't met this girl. This time the man came up to me and asked me flat out if I was a curse bearer. I told him I didn't know what he was talking about, and he backpedaled and left. Looks like they lurk around here. They're often looking for kindred spirits, would be my guess. Though I didn't seem like they were quite working as a pair. Gathering soul dregs in a group might be a decent idea if you can make it work, but with things being how they are, it's gotta be hard to find folks one can trust. They've got brass though. I don't know what their deal is, but I'd like to find out. Last two was detective I seen sniffing around. The police are involved? Not necessarily. A body turned up in a local park a few days ago, so they might just be into that. Still, Mike's got tied 7. Might it be a curse that did the guy in? And if they're sending in detectives from the head office, then something's gotta be it. Or where they're from. Let's just say that when you're in this business, there are some faces you get to know. Anyway, there's everyone who's caught my eye. Found all of them in little time. I really did hire the best. It's all in the name, ma'am. Richter Kai P.I. No, wait. Make that Richter Kai Investigator Extraordinaire. An investigator extraordinaire. Is that why you can dress like that without drawing attention? You bet. An investigator extraordinaire can blend in like a chameleon in any outfit. Well, that aside, the middle-aged man and the young couple sound the most promising. Whichever we pick, it's still too early to make a move. It seems like the curse bearers are less involved with each other than we thought. Plus, there are still others we don't know about. I say we hang fire and see how things play out. Once more bodies start showing up, that'll get the pot nice and hot. And once it's boiling, our chance. Didn't you tell me something? I already said everything. Standing around is the last thing I want. My only chance to bring back my son. I can't afford for it to fritter it away. Alright, let's see if there's a sticker here. That would be nice, right? A sticker. On Komagata Bridge over the city. River. Highway on one side and a freeway on the other. They're both deserted this late at night. Alright, I want to... There's a... Oh! Sticker! Yes. Just that one? Nobody peeking at us? Nobody watching us? Like it. Water is filthy and horrid, but at night, when it's still, it looks almost peaceful. And I ask you, is the Sumida River what you picture with? All I can tell is that I can hardly stand the sight of it. Right, should have guessed. This is where they found him after he... all alone floating in that horrible water. All I can think is how scared he must have been, how cold he must have been. What did he ever do to deserve something so awful? I've come here every day since then. I prayed to the river to give him back. Give me back my... Day after day. After day. You know, in olden times, people believe rivers marked where our world met the... So the act of crossing flowing water had a huge amount of spiritual significance. Back when Edo was founded, the people of Shuo saw the Sumida River. They associated the far side of the river with the afterlife. That same place would later become... All their fear and revulsion accumulated there and took root. But then, the Ryogoku Bridge sprang up after the Great Fire of Meireki. like that. Land into it. Well, surrounded it with man-made rivers. Crisscrossed it with canals and... Weren't those to prevent flooding? What I was told. They were, but that's not all they were for. Other purpose was to contain all the corruption that had built up on the far shore, and to stop it leaking through our side of the Great Flood. Officially, they were a physical barrier, but unofficially they were a spiritual, too. Well, if I have this right, are you saying that Honjo is a place where the real world meets the afterlife? Exactly. That's why the rite of resurrection is here rather than anywhere else, I'm sure of it. And it's probably why the 7 mysteries and their curses have survived to the modern day. I guess that would make this spot we're standing right now over the water the border between life and death. If there were ever a place where bringing back this dead might be possible, I reckon it's here. It's funny that you mentioned praying to the river. I might have done more than you think. That's supposed to make me feel better? Thinking out loud, man. What's a nice... Oh, we can still... Oh, that's right. There's one more mind if I tell you? You'll hit. Must have been about 20. Still a school. The Samita River was now. It was full of garbage and industrial discharge. It was scummy and sticky in its state. To look out over the water and see dead cats and dogs, pigeons floating. And one day among all the filth and garbage, there was a piece of my missing classmate's hand. What? It was almost a miracle when you stopped. What were the chances that someone would find a part of her that was still recognizable? And that although everything but the palm had rotted away in the water, the part that was left would have been identified, and that they could tell it had been a murder from the blade marks on the bone. Wait, are you telling me about the Nejima murders? You have heard of it in the press. I assume you were but an elementary schooler at the time. I wasn't really aware of it then. I only heard about it after the... Wait a sec. How old is he?
Interesting.
I had no idea the victim was a classmate of yours. To be honest, it was a bit of a blur. A wave of chaos just parting around me. Something like that. They said the rest of her body must have sunk at the bottom of the river. They combed the riverbed, but they only ever found pieces. Everything else must have rotted and flowed out to sea. Afterwards, I heard that all the divers who had been looking for her fell ill. A sorry story for everyone involved. It's funny, everyone figures the river's filthy already, so one more piece of garbage will. But every little bit makes it worse. It's a vicious cycle. I know I wouldn't want to go rooting around down there myself. Right. Which is why the riverbed is the last place anybody would go looking. Or so was the killers thinking of. Back then, they're confusing. Everyone seems to be in a hurry. Young people were moving to Tokyo in droves. Some even ran away from home to make it in the big city. And they made easy targets for bad people. A lot of them ended up disappearing without a trace. See, back then, if you chopped the body up into tiny pieces and threw it in the river, it would rot quickly and discreetly and sink to the bottom, never to be seen again. Are you saying what I think you're saying? They arrested him shortly after. The man who killed my... He was so methodical about it, it couldn't have been his first crime. And people began to wonder how many other girls he'd murdered. The police never found any evidence of other murders in the river knows. How many corpses has it swallowed up over the years, I wonder. That same thought spread through everyone's mind, and they started to avoid this area. The river has been rank with corruption for decades. Or at least that's how it seems to me. Well, is that it? Well, I can see why you don't have any good memories of this river. With all that darkness lurking beneath the surface, there's no reason that you would. Still, if I may, ma'am, I'm surprised so much about the Nejima murders. But how can I know? After all, I was the one who found the hand. The police actually wrote me a thank you letter. Said it was only thanks to me that they managed to bring Nejima. That was the only time my father ever said he was proud of me. Guess it wasn't the killer's day. Sometimes I wonder if he resents me. Who? Tomato River. I have nothing but awful memories. Now is somebody watching us? He's watching us? Cool. Something wrong? Not really, it just struck me. It's been 20 years since the Nejima. Not to spook you or anything, but I thought you might be interested in knowing. Life in prison doesn't always mean life. There's precedent for first-time offenders being allowed out on parole after 20 years. Only if they're found to show remorse and the desire to reform themselves, of course. Right, I'm impressed you. Still, it's hard for someone with a criminal record to integrate into society. I hear they've been trying to fix that recently, matching inmates with jobs and accommodations. They keep an eye on them, of course, and make them report in for regular checkups. But to avoid discrimination, they keep the inmates' records a secret from everyone but their employers. They even give particularly notorious criminals new identities so they won't be recognized in the workplace. The way you put it, it's like you're saying Fumichika Nejima could be out on parole right now, back in society under a new name with nobody advisor. It's possible. As it happened, a little birdie told me about a big name making a parole a few months back. I don't know if that was Nejima, but our discussion just did bring it to mind. How unsettling. Now that you mentioned it, I just remembered. What was it? I was packed and got to high school a little. A janitor, I think. And I could have, he reminded me. Oh my god, the janitor? The janitor did kill our friend, though. Much thinner than I remembered. Myself, I was just... Perhaps. Perhaps it was him after. Oh, what's next? The big question was what the rest of the curse bears are. Luckily, the Sumida River is a good distance. It's unlikely that other curse bearers will come all the way out here. I can finally have a moment to... Oh my god, there's a woman! What's that girl? Where'd she come from? She appeared on... I didn't mean to startle you. I'm terribly sorry if I've gotten the wrong people, but would you happen to be curse bearers? Curse bearers? What's that then? It means someone who's gathering souls for the rite of resurrection. You've heard of the rite of resurrection, haven't you? Everybody's talking about it. Color me intrigued. Care to tell me more, miss? What's your name again? Oh, silly me. I'm Ayame Tono. Says her name's Ayame. Guess she'd be around. You must be brave walking around alone this late, or maybe there's more to it. If she's with the guy, then he could try to use his thing on it, but he can't. But we don't know what hers is, though. There's more to the rite of resurrection than meets the eye, you see. So the best way to collect soul dregs is to kill other curse bearers. And that's about the size of it. I hope it wasn't too much to follow.
Cappy, I've been having you on another tab, so I've just been hearing you in echo, and I've been getting a really bad headache.
What would you do? Why don't you mute?
I forgot.
No, I think I got the gist. Funny old world we live in, huh? Why are you saying you're one of these curse bearers? No, well, not quite. It's complicated. But Yutaro is. Yutaro, is that your boyfriend? Oh heavens, no, he's just a friend. His fuller name is Yutaro Namigaki. We're, I suppose you could say, partners in crime. Funny way of putting it. Ah, that must be it. Behalf of the young couple Richter. So where is this Yutaro now? Well, about that, he's not actually a curse bearer anymore. More like a former curse bearer. Former? How so? I don't really know the details myself, but apparently he lost his curse stone. Typical, right? He makes such a show of being a top student only to flunk where it counts. So now I'm out here looking for curse bearers myself, if you want something done right. He lost it. How did he do that? I wasn't with him at the time, so I didn't know exactly what happened. All I know is he came back saying he didn't have it anymore. Although, well, it's strange that you'd probe into that of all things. I'm just curious of the sort, that's all. Sorry if it's a touchy subject. Oh, I don't mind. I don't particularly care about keeping it a secret. So anyways, mind if I ask you why you thought I was a curse bearer? Oh, that, I'm terribly sorry. I was so rude. I saw the two of you out late at night, and I suppose I made assumptions. Gotcha. Sorry if we gave you the wrong idea. Out of interest, what was your plan if we did turn out bearers? Great question, and the answer is, I was going to ask you very nicely for your curse stones. And you thought we'd have given them to you just like that? Oh, maybe not, but you know what they say, you never know until you ask. Must really love your boyfriend if you're willing to try something that risky. Oh goodness, no, we're just friends. My life doesn't revolve around him, you know.
Imagine someone asking about like your significant other, and your significant other just goes, "Oh, we're just friends."
We're just friends. My life doesn't revolve around him. Yutaro can be a little irrational sometimes, so I have to keep a level head on my shoulders. Anyway, you aren't curse bearers, so I'm just bothering you, aren't I? Please ignore me. So what are you trying to do with this rite of resurrection? Well, Yutaro has his own plan all laid out. I don't know if I can get behind it though. It seems, how do I put it, self-centered? I mean, if you got a chance to resurrect the dead, it would be a waste not to use it on someone that really matters, right? So I was planning to steal his curse stone at the last second and use it for myself. Well, until he lost it anyways. Oh, but don't tell Yutaro I was gonna do that, okay? I don't think he'd be happy to hear it. Of course, keeping secrets is my business. My, aren't you dashing? Sounds like you really have your heart set on this right. What are you hoping to use it on? You promise you won't laugh? Cross my heart. Well then, please, let me tell you my master plan. Prepare to be amazed. I'm an art student. See? Woodblock prints are my specialty. Ukiyo-e in particular. You must be a cultured lady. Really? Do you think so? Everybody says it's a strange interest for a girl to have. You know, people often think of ukiyo-e as some inaccessible high-class art form, but that's actually totally untrue. Back in the Edo period, it was the art for the masses, amusement for the common people. So when you think about it, we feel exactly the same thrill from everyday brushstroke as they did back then. Isn't that fascinating? Yeah, I guess. As far as I'm concerned, the undisputed king of ukiyo-e is the one and only Hokusai. Have you heard of him? Sure I have. He's famous. Didn't he live somewhere around here back in the Edo? That's right. You're just as knowledgeable as you look. God, she's so nice. His 36 views of Mount Fuji are so iconic. They're the only works of his most people know. But Hokusai was so much more than just mountains and waves. That's only the teeny tiny tip of a veritable iceberg of work. I gotta admit, I only really know him from those landscapes myself. Oh, don't worry about it. Anyone can learn. When did Hokusai died at the age of 90, he left behind over 30,000 drawings. That's multiple drawings a day for 80 years. Amazing, right? So he kept on drawing right up to his old age, huh? Impressive. But even in his final years, he was never satisfied with his own work. His dying words were, "Should heaven afford me but 5 more years, I shall finally become a true artist." Even on his deathbed, he still thought he had more to learn. He was already the greatest painter and artist of his era. Who knows what he could have done with more time? Well, that's what I want to find out. Hold on, are you saying... Besides, he always said he wanted to move out of 100 houses, but he only made it to 93. Isn't that just tragic? Oh, nuh-uh. No way this is going where I think it's going. Imagine the masterpieces he could create with modern techniques. I feel all dizzy just thinking about it. Gotta be kidding me. Well, if I understand correctly, you want us to use the rite of resurrection to... That's right. I want to bring back Hokusai back to life. Well, that's certainly a novel idea. I would be mad if I was her too. That's what she'd use it on? What a waste. Oh gosh, is that the time? I should be going. I need to get my hands on a curse bearer before daybreak. Sorry for flagging you down out of the blue like that. Best of luck.
Does she not realize that everyone's a competitor?
Oh, there goes trouble. If we're going after curse stones, we should keep an eye on her too if we can. How do you say that? Before she left, she wished us best of luck. Got at least an inkling of what we're curse bearers. There's a good chance we'll clash sooner or later. We're after the same thing after all. You head back to the mansion, ma'am. I think I'll tail her for a while. Harua has received multiple reports about suspected curse bearers. Although concerned about Ayame Tono, who is apparently also after curse stones, she entrusts the continuous. It's 3 a.m. Calling the curse bearers at 3 a.m. I left Richter to continue looking for curse bearers and came home alone. Will this really be enough to gather the soldiers? What if nobody uses any more curses? I'll lose my chance to bring him back. I can hear the wind rustling. Is there a sticker here? There is! Aha! Why would I wait outside? I don't trust that. I'll wait here. Hmm. Well, this is the only other one. But what do I do here? Who gets cursed though? I mean, we can redo this because we were already Alright. And we can't kill. Maybe there's something new we can say to the guy now. Now that we know he's a murderer.
Sorry, I am a bit quiet, Kathy.
Hmm?
Sorry, I am a bit quiet.
No, it's okay. You're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, let's see if we can say something different to him. I'm not acting out. If we were the other lady, we could kill him though. Yes! Oh right, Mr. Chonoichi was actually looking for you inside the main building. That? Yeah, why don't we tell on the other teacher? He's being weird. He's been here right now? What's he thinking? I don't know, he was in class 3B on the second floor just a bit ago. Well, I suppose that means I can't be locking up yet. Second floor, you said? I'll go take a peek. Be back in a jiff. My house is really close by. I'll be fine on my own, really. Not so, the snack shop, right? Suppose you'll be fine then. Be careful now, you hear? Stay on the big, well-lit streets. If something happens, shout fire. Okay, you worried too much. Well, we wouldn't want to be losing any more students. Though I imagine you'd know better than that. Anyone than that. Yes, you're right. How's he gonna be worried about us, but then he murdered our friend? That's crazy. Crazy. You're a murderer. Mio's late. I've been waiting for 20 or 30 minutes. There's no sign of her. Someone coming down the road. That guy. Oh no, a teacher. It's Mr. Araishi. He looks on edge. I wonder what he's doing. Wait, he's the one who discovered the rite of resurrection. It wouldn't be strange for him to be involved with the... I wonder if he has a curse stone. What do I do? But it's way past the 10 minutes Mio said she'd be here by now. I managed to escape. I can't let that go with ways. I need to get out of there before anyone sees. Dang, we couldn't kill him. How unfortunate. I'm home. Thank goodness. I don't think the walk was ever felt that long. Nobody will be able to use their curse once it's light outside. I need to go look for Mio as soon as it's morning. But for now, I need some rest. Go to sleep. Alright. Here we go. Back to the kissing cups.
Huh?
You know, the kissing cups.
Huh?
You know, the kissing cups.
Interesting.
Oh my god. Yeah, you do know about the kissing cups. Well, this will have visited every place connected to the 7 mysteries. This is the last spot, huh? And we've got nothing to show for it. Even though every last location looks suspect from top to bottom. Maybe we came at the wrong time. There might not have been any curse bearers around. Sounds like we'll need to do another round before morning comes. Maybe. Someone's been observing our movement. What? No way. I just thought that either way, we should check out this last place. Let's hope we finally get a lead. This is where we were in the beginning. That's us. Whoa. What the hell is this? Is he dead? Damn it, we're too late. Was this a curse too? Hang on, I'm gonna call this in. I'll leave it to you. I'm gonna take a look around. Boss, bad news. What is it? Another mysterious death was reported in the area just now. The medical unit and forensic teams are on their way, but it'll be a while before they arrive. That's bad news, so they got someone else. You think this is the work of a curse bearer? With suspicious deaths popping up one after another, we have to assume it is. Shit, guess we'll be stuck waiting around for a while. Right, first things... Oh, phone call? Boss, that phone is ringing. But wait, I want to look for the stickers! Oh, better go check it out. You're right, be careful. It could be a curse. Hey, I said we. Expect me to go alone? You're the one who's tough against this stuff. Don't worry, boss. You can do it. Go on now. Damn it. Hello? Inishibori Park phone booth. Evening Detective Susumi. How are things looking out there? Who's this? Wahaha! I finally got him, the real deal. Detective Tetsuo Sutsumi himself. Wait, that's Chief Inspector Sutsumi now, isn't it? You've come a long way since we last met. I asked you to identify yourself. Man, have you forgotten already? After all this time we spent together. What a time that was. As I recall, I gave you quite the runaround.
Is
Wait,
this a character from the first story?
Michika Nejima? No. What did you say? Like the one from the Nejima murders? Ding ding ding, you got it. I had a feeling that the great Chief Sutsumi would remember me. I spent 20 long years in a cell thanks to you. That shit was not easy. Should be thanking me. Should have given you plenty of time to think and atone for yourself. Haha! That did it. I've repented. My conscience is clean as a whistle. Bullshit. 20 years in prison doesn't even begin to make up for the shit you did. I don't know about that. After all, the justice system was gracious enough to grant me parole. What? Is this the real Fumi? He must still have a grudge against me for arresting him. Was this payback? Damn it. What is your goal? Now, you gotta understand. I've repented, seen the light. I've been a good boy since I graduated, was granted parole. I even got myself a job. I've been real serious about walking the right path. Well, that's very nice. Keep it up. But it was no good. When the opportunity arose, it was impossible to hold myself back. I knew I had to give you a little token of thanks, or I'd never truly be able to have a fresh start. You get what I'm saying? No thanks. I don't need anything. No need to all that for me. Just try to live a quiet life. Oh, it's a hassle. No hassle at all. It would all be just kill you, tear you apart. That wouldn't be very satisfying. Certainly not after 20 fucking years of waiting. It's a long time to nurture a grudge. You fucking bet it is. I'll let it gnaw at me, grow inside of me. I thought nothing else. All the time I played model prisoner, endured the harassment those asshole guards threw at me. And I did it all for you, Tsutsumi. Please accept my deepest and most sincere feelings. I got the kissing cops! Sorry, but I'm afraid I don't feel the same way about you. Shut the fuck up. That attitude of yours is why I'm saving you for last. What are you planning? Whatever it is, bring it on. I'm not running away. I told you, I'm not coming for you yet. Pay attention when people talk, shithead. See, this time I want you to see you on your knees, weeping in despair, begging me for mercy. Wow. Oh no, I'm so sorry, dear Nejima. Please forgive me. I won't do it again. Shut the fuck up. This is exactly why I've always hated you so fucking much. It was worth a shot. You really think that would sate me, asshole? You must be crazy. Well then, we're both crazy. We've got so much in common. We should be friends. Enjoy cracking jokes while you still can. I'm going to kill everyone you care about, one by one till there's no one left. Sorry to disappoint, but I'm a lone wolf. I don't have anyone like that in my life. Even my subordinate that boss, what about me? Or, wait, are you just trying to protect me? There's not a single person you care about? I wonder what your sweet daughter would think if she were to hear that. Don't you fucking dare, I'm warning you. Oh, very nice, this is more like it. She's living all on her own now, isn't she? Attending university and all? Such a good girl. Oh my, don't tell me that she just happens to live in Honjo. What? She does? Hit it, this is funny, asshole. I'm gonna find you and make you pay. Ah, I love it, keep going, I wanna hear you lose your mind. It's music to my ears. Ha, fuck you.
This is how me and Cappy talk behind the scenes.
I look forward to chopping up your precious daughter. It'll be just like old times. I won't
tell
let
that
that
to
happen.
Cappy about her plant every day.
That's me, not socks. I look forward to chopping up your. Oh, okay. How did you know where I am? That's my favorite part. Sound of confusion in your voice. It's to die for. This is delicious. I can't get enough. I'm not telling you shit. Have fun racking your little brain for it. I guess I could give you a little hint. Go on. Well, you see, I have the one-sided read. Katsumi, you have the evergreen beach, no? Nejima, you're a curse bearer? You're using the power of the curse? Indeed. And what a particular curse it is. But that's where my hint ends. God damn it, the curse echo couldn't have fallen into worse hands. One more thing we should discuss. In fact, it's the most important thing. I thought you were finally going to shut up. I'm already sick of you, so I'll pass. Oh, but don't want to miss this. It's the main course. I could just go after your daughter, but something tells me you'd get bored. No, I'm good. You got me real fired up. You're in my head. Well done. But this is a gift tailor-made for you. I'm going to kill all the people you swore to protect. Every last person living here. You couldn't. Oh, but with this curse of mine, I can. I'll give you until dusk. And by then, I could probably get a couple hundred people or so. And it'll all be your fault. Oh, it must be so hard to know they'll all die because of you. Huh?
Are they having an in-person conversation?
No, they're on the
or is
phone.
this-
They're over the phone.
Oh, okay.
So tragic. It
Because
must...
if it was like in person, like it would have gone to hands already, you know?
Oh yeah, for sure. So tragic. It must be tearing you apart. Don't fuck with me. There's no way an amateur like you could pull off a curse that strong. Unfortunately for you, I absolutely can. My curse stone is a particularly strong one, which means I can have my fun without needing to hold back one bit. It's almost like the Feast of Shadows was cast just for me. You're surprisingly well informed about this. Who was it that tipped you off? Who knows? Then how about I kill myself first and ruin all your fun? What about that, asshole? Idiot. You think I'd call it off just because you were dead? There's no running away for you. I'll find you. I won't let you get away with this, Nejima. You've got 12 hours. Do you really think your paltry little organization will be able to make a dent in my plans? Oh, the sacrifices made will be heavy. I can't wait to see you sobbing with regret. And I'll even have enough soul dregs to pull off the rite of resurrection. How splendid! Wait, Nejima, you're after the... Anyway, see you around. Bye-bye now. I didn't answer it. Boss. Ariel, did you catch that? Nejima, what is he? Who knows? For now, we need to find him and get him into custody. Then word to HQ. But the fact that the 7 mysteries are wrapped up in this is gonna make things true. Me with Nejima being a curse bearer? Just our luck, really. I couldn't have been a worse guy. Sounds like his curse will be able to kill a lot of people at once. I'd like to avoid getting our investigators caught in the crossfire. Wait, let's actually look. Can we see what was his? The read? 7 mysteries. The one-sided read. There was once an infamous rogue by the name of Tomezo. Fell for a woman named Okoma. Tomezo persisted, chased after Okoma, attempting to win her heart over and over again. She rejected his advances each time. Enraged by her indifference to him, Tomezo brought a dagger to the canal near Ryogoku Bridge and attacked Okoma. Cut the arm and leg off one side of her body, then threw them into the canal. Ever since then, the reeds growing along that canal have only sprouted leaves on one side. So what could his thing possibly be? You reject him? Maybe. We'll use them to find out where he is, but then we're going in. Try to collect as many curse stones as we can before then. Let's hurry. Aye aye, boss. Later. It was reported that a total of 3 suspects' deaths were discovered that night. Nejima's threat, along with the curses, were kept secret from the general public. However, the Honjo serial killings made international headline following the death of police officer Hajime Yoshi. At Tsutsumi's request, a large-scale investigation was launched into Fumichika Nejima's whereabouts. Now that would be powerful if he kept his old appearance at least. Tsumi and Ariel themselves spent the rest of the night looking for bearers in the area. Their search ended in vain. That the curtain the sun. Oh, she's still alive. Baby, is that her? Anyways, I am going to sleep for tonight.
Okay, good night, Cappy.
Thank you.
I hope you survive the night.
Oh man, that's... do you know something I don't know?
Don't worry about it, Cappy.
Do you know something I don't know?
I keep saying stuff like this, and one day you're gonna like end up dead, and everyone's gonna be like, "Toy's the culprit," you know?
He knew. Can our raid message be... I don't know who I'm raiding yet, but Can our raid message be kissing cops?
Could be. I hope you survive the night.
No, wait. No. 2 cops kissing in a murder investigation. That's our raid message. 2 cops kissing in a murder investigation. I think that's beautiful. Let me see. Who shall we raid? Oh, that scared me. No. Don't watch me too close, Shade. Wait, am I following this person? Oh. Well, actually, this person is the perfect person to raid with this message. My raid message is 2 cops kissing in a murder investigation, okay?
Oh.
I will be back. Well, I don't know when I'll be back. I'm not streaming tomorrow because I'm going to a concert. Oh. But I will be back for our food week. Alright. Goodbye, friends.